self-love, self-discipline, and self-discovery. We're still on this topic and will be for a few more videos here as we get into the rest of the areas of our lives that we can utilize these tools. And really, these are the foundations. You know, it's the foundation to discover who we are, to love ourselves in order to have healthy boundaries and change who we are, to be a better version of ourselves, and really to be disciplined to do so. It can be very hard to change, and so, and change is good, and so it takes time, and these tools can hopefully help you with that. And so what area are we going to utilize these in? It's going to be learning and personal growth. It's a great area to use these in, and it's a great area to explore. And the first one is going to be self-discovery. And so again, you're going to explore what topics and skills interest you. So what is it that you want to be doing? Is it something in your free time? Do you want a career change? Do you want a hobby, right? Do you want another side hustle to kind of excite you and get you more passionate about life? Is this just like a volunteer thing that you want to do, or is it just something that you want to read? It's a really great time to discover us and what we like in life. And how we're going to do this is self-love. So we're going to realize that growth is actually a process, and we really don't know everything in life, right? And that can be frustrating, I think, especially when we're trying to change an area of ourselves, to learn something new. That we have to realize that growth is a process. So if you think about content creating, because this video is content creating, this is a very slow process, and you can look back on anybody's content creating and you can see how it has changed over time. And it has evolved, and people get more comfortable in front of, the camera that they're using. So it is a long process. If you think about, maybe you're going to want to try a new sport. So volleyball or pickleball is pretty popular. Jiu-jitsu, which is one that I love. It takes time. It's not like you could go in there and be really great right away. I suppose if you are, then you're probably one of the top athletes in the world. If not one of those, and by the way, those people do just take time as well to grow in that area. They've just been doing it since they were younger. So if you're an adult trying to do these things, it's going to take time, and it's going to be really hard, and you're going to have to stick with it. Because if you don't, then you may not be happy, because maybe you're changing things a lot because you're trying to find what you like. But if we're changing things a lot because we feel like we have to know everything in that area, then we just aren't going to be happy in any area, really. So remember, it's a process. Everything is a process, and it takes time in life. So the last area would be self-discipline. And that is committing to continuous learning, whether that's through reading, courses, or new experiences. Again, like I was saying, it takes a long time, so you really do have to be disciplined, and you do have to commit yourself to being maybe somewhat on a schedule, right? So like, I'm going to go here 3 or 4 times a week, and I'm going to learn something. So if you're going to learn rock climbing, right, or jiu-jitsu, then you're going to probably want to go a few days out of the week and go for a few years until you're really good at it and can really feel like you're actually progressing in life in that area. And the same with reading. I mean, reading may be simple, but for some people, reading may be really difficult. And so if you want to commit to reading because you want to do something new, then you're really going to have to maybe take it slow. And, some people can read a couple books a month, but maybe you're going to read one book for 6 months or 3 months, and then build up from there. So learning and personal growth, great topic. And now we're on to the comment section about it. So do you do this on a normal basis? Do you commit to learning and growing yourself? And are you disciplined enough to do it? Or do you struggle with this? Is this one a hard one for you? Do you tend to jump from from not subject to subject or area to area? when it comes to learning, because maybe you haven't found anything that you're really excited about yet, or maybe you feel like you should know everything right away, and when you don't, you get very frustrated and it's hard to stick with it. I would love to hear your comments on each side of the subject, so let's get the conversation started.